I am driving in my neighborhood because I had a horse when I got married to the man that I thought I was going to stay married to forever. But he had other ideas. Like, I don't know. I was too young. And I worked too hard and I had too much money. And he had a lot of ambition. So I'm driving in my neighborhood where I used to live when I was married. And not only did I get zeroed out, like this, and paid off he went to medical school, so he had student loans. He was a lot older than me, but he was also a lot smarter. So, of course, I listened to him and thought it was just an investment. But that's what happens when you live and learn. I guess I'm the phoenix. I just keep turning into ashes and then rising, but it's all good. I don't know. But anyway, so everything changes. Everything. And I'm looking for up here. But I don't know if I want to stay in California. That's another thing. My brother lives in Texas. It's a lot cheaper, but where's the ocean? I guess if I went to Corpus Christi. But how can you beat this place? It's like pretty good. It's amazing. And I lived in Corona Del Mar. And then we went to Las Vegas and eloped because he put a lot of pressure on me to get married. I didn't know that's what narcissists do, but everything I'm reading about narcissists is pretty true. And we wanted to have kids. That's all we talked about. Like when we were laying in bed all lovey-dovey in love, we just talked about, oh, how cute the little baby would be to like put in the bed, and like we could just love it and hug it. So I'll show you my house, even though my house looked more like that house when we bought it. And then we sold it, and that's it right there. But it didn't look like that when I lived there. And then this one was a very ugly house, and now they're like redoing it. Had all this stuff in the front, and I don't know why everyone's looking at me, but they are. They're like, oh, you used to live here. I'm like, yeah, I did. In this house right here, they adopted 2 kids, and the one kid, when he hit 16, tried to murder his dad, and they were adopted. So they didn't know what they were in for, but you know, there's a lot of stories. And this one, that's what my house looked like pretty much before they remodeled it. And my friend lived there, and her mom actually sold it because she was a real estate agent. And now I've been doing real estate for like 30 years because I got divorced. I was only married for like 9 years, and then my ex-husband, he turned out I was his second wife. The first one was when he was in medical school at Harbor Day. He married her, and then they got annulled, but he got half of her house. So because when I met him, he had a Mercedes, and I'm like, how did you afford that in medical school? And he goes, oh, I bought a house, and he paid cash for the car. And so I was like, oh, this guy's pretty clever. In medical school from New Jersey, and he can buy a new Mercedes and blah blah blah. And to be fair, he was like pretty generous. Like he was pretty awesome. Like when I met him, it's just after we got married, and then he opened his medical practice. And I got pregnant. Like I don't know, a few months after we got married. What the heck? Oh, that's so funny. And then I got pregnant, and then I didn't see him anymore. He like disappeared. And then it turned out that the girl, a 20-year-old that he hired to work in his office, and he was like 32. I guess they started having a little rendezvous. They're actually married now. And so they were cheating. We got divorced, of course, because he wasn't around. He told me he didn't love me. And blah blah blah. So that was like pretty awful. But the divorce was fine. And then he sued me for 11 years because I was trying to support 2 kids. We were kind of homeless. And then we finally got a house. And then things were a lot different back then, though. A house was like $220,000. And these houses were like $300,000. So you know what I mean? Things changed. But I'm not bitter. It did take me a long time to get over it. It's because I didn't even find out that he was having that affair until his second wife, who was completely awful to me and the kids, she discovered their affair, and that's why they got divorced. So that was his marriage number 3. And now he's married to her, and they've been married for a while. I think they'll make it because I think they're both narcissists. So it works out, and I'm glad he's happy. And I'm just happy that he managed to ruin my life and ruin my son's life and ruin my daughter's life and alienated everyone. I'm just really happy that he is a good devil's disciple, and I'm glad that he got to do what he got to do, and I wish him the best. I do.